DBS community, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super video here with Kyle Chris, and today I'm gonna move my camera. There we go. All right, thank you guys. So we just got done at the locals, as per usual, as you guys know what we do on the weekend, and awesome showing. It's always fun, and I ended up playing Kefla Surge today. I ended up bringing a mecha list, and I actually just didn't feel like playing mecha. I looked at my list and I was like, man, I just want to play blue yellow. This mecha list is just irritating me, and I'm just like, I don't want to play it. So I went with Kefla, and I brought Kefla kind of as, not as a joke, but I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play it. And I played a test game at the beginning, and I realized, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna actually just play mecha, because I'm gonna play this over mecha, because this is just fun. And we ended up getting first place. I tied for first place. Shout out to Charles, the homie. We ended up tying, but because of strength of schedule, or the people that I beat record-wise, I ended up getting first place. So, but we ended up tying. He ended up technically getting first, if you consider it, because we got the new reprints, and I pulled these two, and he pulled a Trunks, and like everybody else pulled a Trunks, and I get stuck with these two. But it's fine, whatever. It's all fun. So, I really like this leader. Honestly, I want to play this leader more. I think there's a few things I can change with it, but I think it's really fun. You can span the board out so easily with this deck, and it's actually much better than I actually gave it credit for at the beginning. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the list. Try it out. It's a sleeper deck for sure. If you're playing in a best of one, and I really wish I would have played this in the best of one tournament over the weekend, because man, it is fun. So Kefla Surge, we'll start on the unawakened side. Once per turn, you can play a blue or yellow Universe 6 card that's 2 or less. Which there are a few copies. There's a few different cards you can do. I only ended up playing a total of 6 in the deck, and I played a 52 card deck. 6 cards felt fine. I'm actually probably gonna bump it up to maybe 10, just to almost guarantee that I get at least one in my hand at the beginning. So you awaken at whenever you surge a blue and yellow card, and you get to draw 4 cards, and that's really good, because we have so many ways of being able to restand energy in the deck. It's not even funny. So this side, for life, you can detach a card. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Yep, choose one of your opponent's battle cards. You draw a card, and then you choose one of their cards and bottom deck it. Man, that's such a good effect. Just being able to just remove a card and just draw a card, it's so incredibly powerful. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that ability. The second one, at the end of your turn, you can grab 3 multicolor cards from your drop area, add to your hand. I don't think it's from the warp. It's only from your drop area. So if you warp cards away, you can't use them. But this is a cool effect. Very, very cool effect. So definitely something to look into. So go over the deck. Like I said, it's a 52 card list. So we kept it pretty tight. So the U6 cards that I ran, Metal Magetta and Kefla. So I ran 3 yellow and 3 blue just for consistency. This card draws you a card, so you can play it for free to draw. And then this card you can swing with it. When this card swings at the end of your turn, you get the restand of blue energy. This is very good. So it's, obviously we play multicolor in the deck, and what's really nice is that you can play this card. Let's say you go first, so you're on attacking turn. So you play this, and then you play the Kefla. You swing with it. At the end of your turn, you restand this energy. Because it doesn't say mono blue, just needs to be blue. So this allows you to restand your multicolor, and now you have any type of arrival open. I only ran 3 because I couldn't find my 4th one. I don't know why I couldn't find it. When I got home, I found it in my binder, but yeah, I would have ran 4. So this technically would be 4. Some other targets. I don't know if I even have any of the other targets out here currently. I was gonna look real quick while I was over here. Anything, because I at least like to talk about them, but I don't know if I do or not. Yeah, I don't think I do. There are some other targets that you can use. Maybe we'll go over them in a different video, because they are really fun. There's a blocker that can restand an energy, so if you're playing against an aggressive deck in a best of 3, you can just side those in. There's the yellow hit and make your opponent warp a card. And then there's a Kefla. Oh, here they are. I found them. They were just off to the side. So these are some other options that you can run as well. So you have hit. You have Afterimage Master hit. when it comes into play, your opponent warps a card, and then you can activate main to put this card into your warp. Then at the start of your next turn, you get to play it out again. It's nice if your opponent has a lot of small battle cards. You can use this to clear. But you can play it, swing, and then warp it, and then your opponent can't do anything with it, and then it comes back. And then later on, you can use it for targets for other cards. You have Kefla. Kefla, you take a life, and then you can tap one of your opponent's cards. Energy. Choose one of your opponent's energy and tap it. So you have the choice of taking a life. So it says if you take a life, it says when this card is played, take a life. If you do, choose one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. So this is a way for you to be able to tap your opponent out. Also just being able to just tap a card and then take a life. So it also works as self-awakening. And then you have Dr. Rhoda, where you can tap this card if it's KO'd by if it's removed or KO'd. Oh no, when this card's KO'd, you can restand one of your blue energy. Or just so you get to restand blue energy. So this is just defensive. So if you don't have the Kefla, you can play this, and then whenever this card dies, you can restand your multicolor. So these are just other targets that you can do. But these two feel like the best, mainly because they're over 10k. So these can pressure your opponent's leader on the unawakened side. This card can do on the awakened side. This card did a lot of work for me. I'm a huge fan of this card. I'm probably gonna end up bumping these both up to 4, and then probably running like 2 of the Kefla on the side or something, because I do need more yellow, and I think I found the issue is I do need more yellow in the deck. 3 Goku Black promo. Really wish I have a 4th one, but they're like $30 now, and I'm not paying that for the promo when I spent $8 a card on them, so I'm just gonna wait. At the end of your turn, you draw 2 cards, and then if you have a blue-yellow energy in your energy, you get to draw a card, and that's very, very powerful. And then you get the restand a blue or yellow energy. So you can restand your multicolor, you can restand a blue or a yellow, whichever one you prefer. So we have that. And actually, we'll do this again. I feel like this actually worked out better. I know that light's really bright, so I do apologize. But gotta make sure you guys see the cards. There we go. Move the leader over here. So then we had Forza Masu. Try. That's fine, whatever. We're cool. That works. There we go. Disregard that. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. So we have 4 Zamasus and 2 Goku hit. So this is your blue arrival. You obviously have your Zamasus there. 4 Bojacks. The man, the myth card's nasty. This sets up all your Aegis plays. You can tap out. Obviously, with these 2 cards here, you actually can play these in the same turn, which is really nuts. So on your turn 2, for 2 energy, you can play out 2 15Ks, and then restanding both energy at the end of your turn. Because this card comes out for free, you swing, and then you play this card for 2, swing, restand. So you restand an energy for this, draw 2 off of this, pitch a card, and then restand another energy. So it just allows you to just basically just have 2 energy up again, which then sets up your arrival plays. 3 of the Trio to Danger Dog. This thing's nuts. Being able to blank a unison is something I don't think a lot of people are taking into consideration right now. The fact that it has deflect is nuts. So I call it bleeding out or hemorrhaging when you hit a unison and then it can't use any of its abilities. So you play this card against a blue deck. This card actually demolishes blue decks because most blue decks don't only play blockers. So some of them obviously do, but just being able to swing at a unison and just basically just negate its abilities is just nuts. So when this card attacks a battle card or a unison, your opponent cannot activate counters, which basically means if your opponent does not have a blocker, that unison's taking damage. Then if it takes damage, you choose that unison and then you negate its skills until the end of your opponent's next turn. So for their entire turn, it's blank. And then next turn, you can just attack it again. So now they can't plus it. So now they're basically just sitting on a den unison unless they want to switch out for energy, that's good for you in the long run, making them waste energy for it. So we ran 3 in the main board. It comes out for 2 energy, for 1 blue, 1 yellow, if you have 2 or more blue or yellow battle cards in play. Since we played these guys out for free, technically for 1, could play it for free, comes out for 1. So you have a lot of cards here that you can play out. It makes it really easy to be able to get this guy out and get multiple of them out because they don't have unique. Also 3 of the Bardock. Just another 2-drop. Again, you can do both of these in the same turn. Restand both energy. Play this and this, Aegis, reset another energy, and then tap 2 for this. So in the course of your turn and your opponent's turn, you're playing 5 battle cards, and then on your turn you can play this, and that's off. That's on turn 3. there were games where I had 8 battle cards on board. Turn 1 I'd play this or this. My opponent would do whatever. Next turn I would play this and then this, and then I would untap my energy, then play this, then do this or do something else, and then resend 2 energy, or I'd bean or do whatever, and then play 2 of these, and then on my turn I'm like, all right, I have all these battle cards and we have 3 energy. It feels like an aggro deck in some senses, but it's definitely a very heavy combo deck, obviously. So you just have to have the right pieces in place. 2 Bergamo, 2's fine. I don't think you need any more than 2. 2 Poutine, not much to talk about there. 2 Vegeta, and then 1 Mechikabura. I love this unison. I think in more of my yellow decks, I'm actually going to start playing this over playing other unisons. I just think it's nuts, especially if you're playing Aegis, because you're never really tapped out. I'd get to turn 4, I would have 2 of these on board, so I'd drop this, swing both of these, draw a card, and then I just restand 2 energy, and it's nuts. This card puts in a lot of work against a lot of different decks. I think yellow decks, there's going to be a lot of stuff in the future where yellow decks are just going to need to run the Mechikabura, and it does so much work. Definitely, even just one of it's fine. So we are playing blue, so I play 2 Abuni. Abuni's really funny. Abuni, being able to, I'm going to move this down a little bit so you guys can see the Abunis. Abuni is awesome. As you guys know, I played a lot of blue back in the day. By back in the day, I mean like 8 months ago when I was playing other things other than yellow. But Abuni is just a great card. You have to have at least 2 blue energy, which is why I needed to have a 4th of these, because I just didn't see it that much. I ended up charging blue by itself, and that feels really bad. But comes out for 4 energy, and then you have 4 battle cards, and then you can restand an energy out with this card as well. So if you have this and this on board, you're restanding 2 energy. And now you have open to almost your entire deck on defense, which is just absolutely nuts. 1 secret ID, just for extra swings. Truthfully, I wanted to run the dual attack Bardock, but I didn't grab it for whatever reason. I just grabbed this guy instead. 2 Draw Apes. This actually helps the deck out a lot. For 1, being a card that you can surge off of, and 2, just being able to pitch it, later on, maybe off of Aegis or just off of whatever. Just being able to draw off this card just feels great. 1 play that you can do is you can use your multicolor effect. So you can pitch this off of your ability to, at the end of your turn, you draw 3 extra cards, or 3 multicolor cards from your drop. You can warp this for 2 cards, or for 2 energy, draw 2, and then draw 3 from your drop area. So you draw 5 for 2 energy. That's really powerful. And part of me wanted to not even run 4 of these and 3 of these in the main board, because you can just get these cards back. So like if you play all these and they die, or you Aegis all these cards off, you can just grab them back. So you have almost an unlimited amount of super combos. If you have 3 super combos on the drop area, you just grab all 3 of them back, and then you just get 3 more super combos. You get 30k more combo power. It's very powerful. 1 Super Saiyan Gotenks 4-drop. I only have 1. I pulled it from a random target pack, and I was just sitting in my binder. I'm like, I need another blue card since I don't have any Aboonies. I don't have 3 Aboonies, so I just played this. Didn't come out at all. Actually, never played it 1 time, but it's just another blue card as well. Dual attack, barrier deflect. If your opponent activates a counter skill during this card's window, you get to choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, send them to, and then return them to your opponent's hand, and then you get to restand 2 of your mono blue energy. That's probably why, because it's the mono blue part, and I don't really run mono blue energy, so it felt kind of bad. So this is going to end up getting replaced by another Abuni. I bought 1, so we're going to end up putting another Abuni in the deck, or I'll just put another one of these in the main board. The main reason why we don't run mono blue is because we do run Final Flash, so I want the ability to be able to, blank cards and gain 15k power. 1 Cooler. Cooler came in, does what Cooler does. 3 Sensu Bean. Deck space was tight, and 3 felt fine. I did want to see it a little bit more, though, so I may end up having to put a 4th one in. The only negate we ran in the main board was D-Magic. Since we're playing a blue leader, I felt like just play this. I can sparking for it. I want to get to the combo stage a lot of the time so I can combo out all my stuff. So the negates just didn't really feel like I needed them too much. And then the Heroine's Legion. I ended up playing against. So like I said, I went undefeated. Playing against Dark Broly. Game 1, he tried to mirror me, and I don't think he realized that I was playing this, obviously, of course, because I'm known for playing the Supreme Kai unison. I mean the Supreme Kai SER most of the time. So he comboed. It was like 160k, and I was like, yeah, I'll just do this and take it. And he's like, oh, that's a thing. Yeah, it sucks. I played it in my finals match against Sin, where I would just steal the 3-drop the TP that taps unisons or battle cards when they come into play. And since my leader's yellow, it works. So I was just stealing that. I stole the 4-drop Haze one time. So it's a great card. It works as a great game finisher, especially when you have this and this in the same deck. You can just take almost anything, and you have Final Flash, so you can blank a card, take it, and then on your turn you'll have it. So it's pretty cool. For side deck, let's put the side deck on top. So I had 2 BMS, came in handy. It's a great card. One more Ape, 1 Sun Gohan for if anyone was playing the Blue Baby deck. 1 Sun Gohan negates. It's a cool negate. I think just having maybe 1 or 2 of them in the deck is fine. I kind of want to get ready to rumble as well, just to throw in there. Just because it's really good. This one it forces your opponents to bottom deck something, and then when this card attacks, you can't restand it because it has Serve It, so it's not amazing. But I just needed another card just to throw in. 1 more trio card, just because I wanted to have access to 4. A lot of these stuff in the side deck is just extra one-ofs. It's like Sensu Bean, 1 more Secret ID, 1 more Cooler, 1 more Meki. I ran 2 of the Sun Gohan and Piccolos. I wanted to be able to get rid of any crazy 1-drops that were getting on my nerve. Since BMS does hit this deck a little bit because of my leader ability, I want to be able to bottom deck them and get them out of the way so I don't have to deal with them. One max power because just to make sure I had an extra negate. And then since I'm running blue-yellow, I ran 2 Frost Deadly Poisons. Since I'm not running Mecha Freeze, I can't use Cold Bloodlust, so that was the idea there. So that is my Kefla Surge leader list. Like I said, very, very fun. I have some small, slight changes. If there's another regional, another online regional before set 13, I don't think there is. I would probably play this. I'm probably going to be playing it at my locals for a little bit, just because it is extremely fun. And if I'm not really satisfied with Mecha or Androids whenever they come out in set 13, I may just play this, because this is an extremely powerful deck. And I think it's going to get some respect in the future. I may end up playing it at the PPG World Qualifier. Who knows? We'll find out. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. As always, hit the bell for notifications. We do post videos weekly on this channel, and I do appreciate all of your guys' support, helping me getting close to 1,000 subs. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for 1,000 subs yet. I think I may be giving away a regional mat, since I got a few of them from the regionals that I was in. Maybe I'll do a mat giveaway. I can probably do some extra cards giveaway too, maybe. Give me some ideas, but the sooner we get to 1,000 subs, the sooner I can figure that out. So thank you guys again for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.